Hello, this is Sirena Nereida with Celestial Soul Wellness, and thank you for watching. Today we're talking about the full moon, Christmas full moon. The full moon is happening on Christmas Day. For those of you who are Protestants and Catholics, and follow that. It is so close to what we just had was the winter solstice. So here we have something going on of the winter solstice of new beginnings, and yet we have an ending. So with every ending, we're allowed to then clear out everything that's in the closet and put in something new. And so this is really neat too, because in a couple of months, well, actually in about 3 months in March, we're going to have eclipse season again. So if things didn't happen for you come September, it's going to happen for you real soon. So that's something to look forward to this in the next few months. But just to recap here, we have many things going on with this full moon. Okay, we have on the same day of the full moon, I mean, it's happening in 3 degrees Cancer, actually 4 degrees, then we say. We have also Uranus going direct, okay, at 17 degrees Aries. And then also we have a Mercury starts its storm, okay, because it doesn't officially go a retrograde until the 5th of January, but we are already feeling the storm ahead of time. So during this next 2 weeks, we're going to feel the storm. And so I'll tell you too how that Mercury retrograde will be affecting all of us, okay? So here we go. With the Sabian symbol, the full moon in 3 degrees, 4 degrees Cancer, it's happening at 3:11 Pacific time, AM, just in case if you're wondering. And it affects the sacral and pineal chakras. And just real quickly, I know I'm going to do the Sabian symbol, but I always want to remind people that with the full moon, be aware, be more vigilant, be more careful of doing overexerting yourself in physical activities, okay? And doing any kind of surgery, especially with cancer, because it brings the fluids to the surface of the body. Remember, the moon affects the tides and brings it to the surface. So, doing some kind of surgery in the next 4 days, give or take 4 days from the full moon, is not the best, especially if you are a cardinal sign or a water sign. So anyway, the Sabian symbol for this full moon is cold. Is both cold long nights are happening, and a cat arguing with a mouse. Okay, a cat arguing with a mouse. Usually cats, they're hunters. They go. Okay, I have a cat. I have a male cat, Ragnar. You guys might have seen him. And why would they be arguing with a mouse? Well, that's something very interesting, because now we're looking at a situation in which power, okay, physical power, the how do we call it? You know, the of survival, the ladder of survival, the kingdom. Usually the cat just goes for it, says, "Hey, I'm the one in charge. I'm gonna take you, mouse. Too bad, so sad. You're my dinner." Okay, in the food chain, right? But in this case, it's arguing with the mouse. So it is trying to justify itself. It's trying to give its own perspective and belief system and why it deserves to be in power. Okay? And so when we vocalize it, arguing, we're trying to use logic. And though, always understand it's usually driven by some kind of fear, emotional fear. So, it is not just pure brawn, but it's one of survival. But we're trying to, you know, no, you don't know. Sorry, I'm really trying to break myself of that habit. But anyway, it's living with a 15-year-old son and teenagers around me. I'm blaming it on them. Terrible. Playing the victim. I know. Not good as a healer. Oh, well, I'm human. But anyway, so we're trying to justify, we're trying to explain and give the logistics for our fears and why we deserve to dominate someone else as opposed to being equal. So, of course, this is not a time of true equality, yet when we're arguing, we are giving the other person an opportunity to say their piece. So there is an understanding that perhaps that other side, that other party is an equal or even better, okay, or more deserving than we are or more powerful. So being aware of that, okay, and uh, with this full moon, wow, I just don't know how to organize this right now because I'm like, okay, should I just go also and explain the Sabian for um, what's going on with the Uranus? I know, stop talking and just do, right? Just stop talking and just do. So I just want to make sure I have this going on. Okay, so Uranus is going direct at 17 degrees Aries, okay? And its Sabian symbol is 2, the number 2, 1, 2. Okay, dignified spinsters sitting in silence. What is being dignified? A lot of people say, oh, have some dignity, but a lot of people misinterpret dignity as those who are, oh, they have a lot of dignity. They are restrained emotionally, okay, and not imposing certain behaviors in public. And well, one, if they're spinsters, they haven't opened themselves up to love for a partner, okay? And perhaps they themselves are really the partners of one another, okay? Yet they are in silence. So they're keeping to themselves, yet there is so much that needs to be said because when we're holding back, that throat chakra is just not being used, all right? And knowing too that the Aries rules the root chakra, okay? So that moving forward cannot happen if we're holding that throat chakra. Very important. If we're holding back that throat chakra, that's when we start getting coughs and colds and we're tensing up and not allowing the oxygen in. We'll talk more about that in the health section of our program, okay? So let's go now here and really talk about and get into the meat of this full moon, all right? I know last time I didn't get a chance to write the table of contents of time. I have been so busy with all my Christmas gigs. A lot of you know that I perform with the Hawaiian hula troupe, Quipo Hula, with our coach, Miss Tony Stewart. Uh, and we have been so wonderfully busy with all the holiday gigs that we had. And we are for hire, just so you know. I gotta add that into my own commercials, I know. Okay, but anyway, so the full moon, we have a lot of going on, and it is in Cancer, and Cancer is an emotional sign. It feels its emotions. When I say emotional, okay, it's not the same moody. A lot of people like to say moody. There's a difference, okay? Being emotional, at least one is expressing and feels, okay? Being moody is reacting certain ways, yet not giving an explanation, not sharing with others why it is they have changed their moods, their behavior, their disposition, and now we're wondering what's going on. Or all of a sudden they snap and they just get very emotional. They get it all out, especially if they have some kind of fire sign in them. And then we're like, oh, and we got this wave of um, emotion thrown at us, this negative energy, and it's not okay. I know as a healer, I tell people to not restrain their emotions, but I also tell them make sure that, maybe they need to yell at a pillow, go in a closet, or just go outside and yell it out, going, okay, I got it out of my system. Now, what is my real issue? What is the fear that I'm reacting this way? Why? okay? And when we can get in touch with that, because sometimes we need to just get that cloud of emotions out of our system, so that way we can see the true issue and wondering why we are driving ourselves with fear, okay? And a lot of it is ego-based. It's not our soul-based. Ego-based is very driven by fear, and soul is really driven by unconditional love, of acknowledging that we are all one, and that we are all part of the matrix, the universe. The butterfly flapping its wings in Japan, like they say, can cause a tornado in Texas. So understanding how that unconditional love, how we all affect one another. So being aware of that is very important, okay? This full moon is obviously it's opposite Capricorn. So we got emotions, we got feelings, we got that mommy based system, because the full moon is the femininity, that feminine energy. And please be very mindful that when I say feminine energy, we all, both males and female genders of our species, carry both masculine and feminine energy. We talk a lot as healers and those in the esoteric metaphysical world of the coming in and popularizing more the feminine energy. Yet the person who doesn't know very much about spirituality or the metaphysical and esoteric world keep rephrasing that and keep interpreting that women are getting power. And that's not necessarily so. We're talking about the bright and sunny side of the feminine energy, not dominating woman, listen to me roar. Okay, we're talking about that loving, unconditional love, the mother Gaia love, being compassionate with others. Okay, yet being true to our authentic self. And that's very important because a lot of people don't know how to balance that. They feel that if they're giving, okay, especially during this full moon, and being opposite, always the full moon is opposite the sun. So the sun is in Capricorn, which is the masculine energy, the father, the daddy, okay, energy, and a very typical of politics and corporations and institutions. It is saying, what is more important? Are we going to emphasize, the slavery and drone of the society, or are we going to uplift and realize there's enough for everybody? It doesn't need to be dominated by one situation. And it always goes after a while in any kind of society. The government breaks down because one part of the government or one group that is managing the government, and in this case we have the pharmaceutical companies and companies that are affecting our food, okay, those who give money to the politicians while they're lobbying or while they're campaigning, okay, to campaign on their behalf and to use their intentions preferably, okay, can go against the rest of society. So one needs to be careful, not just listen to what is being said by the politicians, but also who is backing them. Where are they getting their funds for and their contributions? Okay, because really what they're saying is, oh, thank you for that handout. Thank you for that donation. Yes, I will fight on your behalf. Okay, and it could be a good thing. A lot of people too. I mean, one of the other sad corporations that are coming into popular play is taking advantage of people's sicknesses, and this is very important because in the full moon of Cancer, it is a healing, the mother energy, that mother Gaia energy, that unconditional mother love. Okay, heals. Its children and those in its household and those that they take in as part of their family. But when you got corporations, all right, that are now running, I mean, look at the AIDS and the breast cancers and now autism, all right, that money, all those donations and stuff people are running for and trying to relay for is to pay for the administrations of those. Okay, the number one thing, and you guys know, as a health nutritionist, okay, as a life and health coach, is to do preventive medicine and to detox and clear out and to avoid allowing that to happen again. Okay, and that requires a lifestyle change. How many times I see people go into the doctors, they said something, they got this and this done, and I said, did you ask your doctor? Did you ask them, why did this occur in my body? And how And what do I need to do to prevent it from happening again? Of course, the doctors are so busy nowadays. Okay, they're not going to offer it. Now, not all doctors are drug pushers, but let me tell you, they do get a kickback commission for offering uh, the pharmaceutical company drugs. Okay, what people call as medicine. They do. And they also get a kickback for cutting people open. That's why there's more and more women having cesareans unnecessarily, having their bodies destroyed and affected. And it's just, I know I'm very passionate about that. I'm showing it. I'm very emotional, but you guys know that I'm still grounded with that all. I'm just trying to um, bring awareness to all of us, what is really going on under these circumstances. Okay, we need to take more control, and being part of the full moon, that is necessary, especially with the Mercury going retrograde, and to be going, and in that time when it's retrograde, we'll have another new moon, so opportunities of restarting something we didn't get to finish, before. So also with this full moon, okay, it is wow, we have so much going on. So let me just start. We have a water trine going on with this full moon. All right, it's very emotional. So with the water trine, it's happening with, I wrote down water trine. Let me look here. It's okay. I can look it up. The water trine were happening, so that means it's Mercury. We're happening with Juno. Okay, so again, being that counterpart. Okay, and then it's also happening with Neptune and also with Nesu. So there is some, wow, with Neptune, we're not seeing clearly of what's going on. Plus, it's in Pisces already. That is going to cause nublious situations, foggy situations. Drinking alcohol during this time, taking any kind of drugs or medicine, um, can really affect our perceptions and what we are truly seeing, and can affect also us being grounded. So we're not really, what we're feeling is going to be fear based, okay? Because we're not seeing things as clear as we could otherwise. So, and with that Juno is there's that there's two sides with Juno. There's that, oh, that faithful and dedicated wife, who dealt with Jupiter's infidelity. So there's Ragnar, okay? And then there's also the other side of allowing ourselves to be abused and taken advantage of. Well, there's two ways of seeing it. Um, Okay, one has to realize, why are they in a partnership? Why was Juno in this partnership? We all think, oh, it's the same thing if she's a wife, okay? But no, many people go into partnerships for different reasons. Perhaps it's for emotional stability. Um, Perhaps it's for public fame, okay? Maybe it's for financial stability. Some of you are saying, isn't it because of love? Oh, do we really know what love is? Plato mentioned 9 different levels of love, okay? The majority of society, 95% of society, only love to the point that they are getting something in return. It's not unconditional, it's conditional, okay? Not unless you have a pet or children do you really feel that unconditional love, okay? So understanding and recognizing why one is in a situation and allowing themselves to be in that situation, and why they're choosing to have a blind eye, and just being compassionate. Okay, maybe the person was very, brought up in an abusive situation or neglect, and so that Juno aspect with that Neptune is saying, oh, I'm going to heal that person, which is fine and very admirable, as long as one is also looking into themselves and making sure they're healing themselves, and not using that opportunity to heal someone else to avoid their own circumstances, because we all do have issues, and the need to heal that is so we can grow. Okay, not to delve into it and waddle in and become depressed in it. No, it's to move past that. If you get stuck in that depression, if you get stuck in those emotions and you're constantly in that negativity, okay, then you're not going through soul growth, and we need to go through soul growth. And that is the opportunity that this new full moon is offering us, is for that healing and to push forward through that soul growth, okay? Um, Also, what is going on here, let's see, is talking about real quickly. healing is we have Reiki is at 21 degrees Scorpio, and I apologize for that interruption, but anyway, let's continue. So we have Reiki at 21 degrees Scorpio, okay, which is right there. And Reiki is conjunct Venus in Scorpio. So there's that opportunity of healing, bringing out all those psychological issues, the things from the real depth, okay, and really bringing it and healing it with love. And why is it that we are relying on others for that love instead of really being part with the universe, source, our, God, our Lord, Allah, the name it as you wish, okay, our creator, all that is, the great white light, okay. So, that is the true love of acknowledging. One has to really see and feel that energy. And Scorpio is a very strong, energetic a sign. When we see Scorpios, you can see it in their eyes. It's almost penetrating. Or anyone who has Scorpio traits, which is going to be Pluto, okay, driven. And so maybe Pluto's in their first house or something like that. But and that is very opportunities of acknowledging and really hitting the crust of that, okay, almost like an arrow, boom, like that, the tail hitting into it right away of acknowledging what is going on in us. And of course, we all have issues. We all have certain things. I mean, sometimes we think we're completely fine, and then something will happen, okay? And we're like, oh wow, especially with the eclipses, that's the opportunity eclipses give us. Say, hey, look over here, let's clear that and be free of that. Because remember, our issues, our fears are really entangling us, are handcuffing us, are creating balls and chain that create obstacles and allowing us to live freely and be our true authentic self, okay? So having that chance to release all that and loving ourselves is very important, bringing that in, okay? So there might be a need to heal that dominating submissive side of master servant, of powers, okay, and need of putting down others. But it is one of really, really, when we realize what are we gaining from that when we do that, we can then no longer need to impose those behaviors upon others, okay? And be in discipline and in control of ourselves, okay? Because remember, controlling others, we don't have the right to control another adult. We can attempt to do that with our children, but they still deserve to be respected and relish for their true authentic self. Come see me for their soul purpose and how they need to be loved, and what kind of parent one needs to be as opposed to what we think we should be, okay, with them. And then also giving it and really loving it and desiring that part of us, okay. So now we're going into there's Pluto that's trining Jupiter right now, okay. So it's both in earth signs, and so there's taking a very logical, practical approach to these fears and really have an opportunity of allowing it and connecting it to universe and realizing why are those fears, okay. Again, we have another healing opportunity with love, and that's Chiron conjunct Amor in 17, 18 degrees Pisces. So again, we're getting that, let's amor. It is in Spanish, there's two words we use for love, querer and amar. Querer, though, is also used to say, I want, okay? Yo te quiero, I want you, But amor, amar, is with a being, okay, of complete and unconditional, all right? So it's, ay, yo quiero mucho a mi esposa, yo quiero mucho a mi esposo, Well, yeah, you want them, okay? But what are we really saying is the amar, okay? And that is very important. It was the Moors that brought in to Western culture the idea of love, okay? And that's a whole history lesson I can give you. But during their, was it, they came in around 711 and stayed, was it about 800, 700 years? Okay, so a lot of our vocabulary in Spanish does have similarities with Arabic, that we hear now. So continuing real quickly, is you guys still following me? Yes, I know I keep putting these little sidebars, but just to enrich you, We have the full moon is square in Vesta also. And so that creates, let's talk about the cardinal T square that's happening. So we have the cardinal T square happening with the sun, the moon, and Vesta. Okay, so this is a lot of obstacles in dealing with and how to open up and let our true authentic self shine, letting the hearth of us really be, and not worried so much, okay, because those obstacles are making it seem that it's more important to be liked and through the perspectives through other people, as opposed to really appreciate ourselves for who we are and to stop blaming other people and be angry with other people. Yet in this case, one is going to do the blame game, and that's not very healthy, okay? So, but with Mercury retrograde coming up, we're going to have an opportunity to really take in and see how we are to blame for certain perspectives, okay, that we have and belief systems that we are encouraging that's creating those obstacles and restraints for us to live a very free, loving life, okay? Um, let's see here. We have, I said, Pluto is squaring Uranus, which is also squaring Black Moon Lilith. So we have a cardinal T square there. And again, there's underhanded negotiations that could be happening, manipulations. All right, each those manipulations, because it's driven by everyone's own personal agenda, which is usually fear-based, survival skills, using that animal instinct, as opposed to using their higher self, their soul, their spiritual side, and how we can all cohabitate, how we can all grow simultaneously, supportingly with one another, okay? Um, so, and again, it's when we're doing that, when we're growing, we're allowing that freedom, all right, and acceptance, that acceptance of who we are. Okay, so now let's continue. We have, we have Venus that's squaring Sappho, which is squaring Sybil. Again, confrontations, okay, with the feminine energy, all right, and being objective with our emotions is very necessary. And so, because Sappho was the one who had, you know, her whole train of entertainment and really enjoying the pleasures, okay, with her transsexuals. Well, I wouldn't say that. The transvesties, okay, actually it wasn't transsexuals, transvesties, you know, back then in mythology. And I'm really delving into that feminine energy. All right. Yet it was Sappho who was the one in control of this and dominating and driving which direction the entertainment and the pleasures would go in. So sometimes what's going on is there's times when one just needs to release and just say, oh gosh, I have had to be in my masculine energy so much. I know when I am working, and right now what I'm doing my astrology, and when I'm coaching, I'm in my masculine energy. And when I'm healing, I'm using my feminine energy. And when, as a single mom, I'm using my masculine energy a lot. So running the house, I'm using the masculine energy. So there's times I just want to like, oh, I feel like a man who comes home is like, don't talk to me. Let me just zone out, you know? Shh. And delve into that feminine, beautiful energy, the sunny side of the feminine energy, not the shadow side of unnecessary chatter and talking and negativity and reliving the negative aspects of their life over and over, which just creates more sickness and disease in their body. Okay, and putting out to the universe they want more negativity in their lives. Okay, be aware of that, because a lot of people keep forgetting, you know, complaining, and whining about those issues. They are then reliving it, and they're putting their focus in it, their vibrations, and they are saying, this is what I want. The laws of attraction do exist. Review the 20 essential laws of the universe, and you know what I mean. Okay, we also have Jupiter squaring Lilith, so there is that practicality, okay, and mutable signs of trying to be flexible is very difficult. And when can one be flexible and still open up themselves? Okay, and so that needs to be considered. Wow, we had so much there going on with that full moon. So, are we ready to continue of where this full moon takes place? Now, I'm going to talk about how the full moon um, Uranus going direct with a bit of Mercury retrograde for each of the horoscopes, okay? So let me write that down for the forecast, okay? And so here we go. Um, wow. So, Aries, got a lot of going on, okay? Ready? Here we go. Take your notes. You can record me. I don't mind. Voice record me with your phone if you want to, or start taking your notes. But let's do this. So, Venus, we have the full moon happening in your fourth house, Earth. Again, the basis of who we are. A lot of times it's our mother issues, okay, or it could be our father issues. It could be the actual diminuizing of what's going on in the home. Okay, we're doing ending up finishing changes. We could roommates leaving. We are having less space. Okay, available. Maybe you're doing things going on, creating and fixing up in the home. At the same time, it's because your goals are going to be changing. These are goals that you had acknowledged before, and now you have enough opportunity with Mercury direct to really go in there. And maybe it's because you're having a space because you're having friends that are coming in. So you want the home to represent you more. Okay, either be it because of your goals or your friendships and different groups that you are now participating with. And likewise, it is going to be something sudden that happens with you as a person. It's going to be an opportunity. Everybody thinks, oh no, this is this. Remember, everything that happens suddenly, anything that happens are opportunities. Just because you haven't learned yet the rule book and how to deal with it doesn't mean it's something negative. It just means we have to work at it, and it helps us grow to adjust and be flexible, okay, without losing our true authentic self. Because as a cardinal sign, that is very important. As the initiator, as a leader, all right? So having that opportunity to really change yourself, your appearance might something go, okay, you might need to take care of yourself physically a little bit more, and being aware, so certain things around the home, you know, please be more patient with yourself. Okay, make sure you're watching your hands when you grab things, that you're looking where you're going and that you're not just walking with your head to the side. Okay, so because if not, it's going to cause some kind of rift. We want it to be something positive as an opportunity and not something negative and creating obstacles. Okay, so now moving on, we got Taurus. Okay, let me see here. Taurus, this is happening in your third house of this full moon is happening in your third house of communication, siblings, cars, any kind of technology, and even more so when we have Mercury retrograde, because it always affects the electronics and technology. Best to wait till after February 1st to buy any kind of new electronics technology. It also is going to affect the way we communicate. We might be at a loss of words, Taurus, or we might be for some reason our throat chakra is going to close up because we are afraid to communicate. We are fear driven, and we're going, no, if I say what's on my mind, I might not be respected, or it might hinder me in some way. Okay, this is an opportunity to really open this up, especially at work, in the work field, and with your siblings and cousins and uncles and aunts, and with your neighborhood. And it'll also too gives you that opportunity to express your self-worth, all right? Maybe you've been allowing yourself to be neglected or be abused or to be pushed around or to be a mat to walk all over. And now you're saying, no, this is not happening anymore. I am going to now express myself. Just say it in a loving way, all right? Because that's what the Cancer full moon is about, is using a loving way of how it can benefit everybody, whatever it is that you might be a little disgruntled about, okay? If it were addressed. And when we address something, and it's used and how it can be something beneficial and not, oh, it's all about me, it's all about me, okay? But how it can serve the populace, how it can serve society, then, or the person with whom you're speaking with, then people are more open. When we start saying, you need to, you need to, you need to, no one needs to do anything. Okay, number one thing I say in my life coaching with everybody, in the relationships in life is eliminate that phrase, you need to. They're looking right away when we say you need to, you're like, yeah, right, I don't need to. Okay, there's that block, there's that tense, like, according to whom? Okay, so letting go of that and just saying that, it is preferable. There's better results if, okay, and using that to the benefit again of all of society and really seeing how it values you. This can also give you an opportunity to deal with your finances and really see and organize those finances, let go of certain bills that you might have had to pay, pay them off, and get a new part-time job or let go of a part-time job because you no longer need that, all right? So your financial situation can change also because of the situation with Uranus direct going into being working with the full moon, okay? So now let's continue with Gemini. Oh, and so Gemini, this full moon is happening in your second house of financial, okay? As financial, personal finances, and also in how you value yourself, your self-worth, okay? Your morals, all right? Why do you have those set of morals? What has created that? Who has taught you those set of morals regarding on what fear base, okay? Really, do you still need them? Are they working for that person who created them? I know I had a client who really, really is disgruntled with their mother, yet they do the same thing that their mother does, okay, and doesn't want to let go and learn a new way. Yet they go and criticize that mother. So there's the hypocrisy and acknowledging that they do not want to grow, okay? And it's very necessary. Now, Gemini is very good to be flexible, so that's a good thing. You're open, but the thing is to make sure you're not just skimming the surface. Really get into the crux of things, all right, Gemini? Because of this happening in your 12th house, it's also the Mercury retrograde will be happening in your ninth house of higher learning, of the universal connection, of spiritual connection. So it's not going to allow you to just say, oh yeah, I'm good because I one time made a goal. Okay, and it was a very important goal, for the Chivas or whatever, or Real Madrid or Barcelona. Uh, we are not our past. We are only our present. We're not even our future. True, we have done things in our past, either what we might criticize, say negative or positive. Okay, we learn from that, but we are the present, so we cannot do that Al Bundy, I call it, from Married with Children. I made that touchdown and blah blah blah. And what are we doing now? How are we contributing to ground ourselves, to free ourselves, and really be in connection with ourselves? Okay, and with Uranus direct is also going in our 11th house, so that's going to give us opportunity to redefine our goals. And because we're redefining our goals, we're going to have different connections with different people. So we are also having different friends that are coming into play or social groups that we are going to pertain to that are going to better represent what it is that we are now seeing in our lives and giving us this different self-worth, these different more issues that we're living by, okay? And also opportunity to work and gain financially from that because we are having this opportunity of really showing that side. So make sure it's something that you really love to do, okay? Because sometimes you could jump in real quickly, Gemini, without thorough thinking. So take the time. It's okay. And it's not going to go away. That fear base of, oh, it's going to go away if I don't jump is not. So take ground. Do your Merkaba breathing before making a decision, okay? Great. So now, Cancer, this is happening in your, I was going to say at 39 seconds. Yes, we're starting your forecast at 39 seconds, but this is happening in your first house. So your appearance, who you are, how you're approaching, allowing people to approach you, how people might see you because you have adjusted certain aspects about yourself. Um, you know, and really the way you express yourself is given opportunity to change. And also too with this Mercury direct happening in the 8th house, of transformation. Okay, it's also eighth house does also represent surgery and things like that. Though that is a transformation. Okay, it's giving us that also that opportunity to let go. I know I'm like massaging the pineal gland. Come on, open up. Let's bring it easier to me. To let go what is no longer needed. We're getting an opportunity to pay off that bill that was hindering us and pulling us down, and just taking a nice deep breather from that. And with Uranus going direct also in our 10th house, so we're getting this opportunity to show and display ourselves, be in the public eye, or in career, an opportunity to show what we're worth and how good we are and be an authority figure with our knowledge and how we are serving society. And all that's going to play, and it's going to give us an opportunity, that transformation and who we are now. Okay, we are always, always, always developing ourselves and growing. We are no longer who we were a year ago. Even if you didn't stick to your resignations or your New Year. Um, oh my gosh, the words are escaping me. Uh, what is it? Come on, people, help me. I know some kind of Gemini and Virgo or Sagittarius is laughing at me right now. Okay, and Aquarius saying, here's the word. Not resignations, New Year promises, things are going to make adjustments to. Oh gosh, of course, it's not with an R. I apologize. But anyway, so that's going to all be part of it, okay, Cancer? Do one thing though, do eat more healthily, all right? Eat more fruits and vegetables, drink more water, green teas, white teas, herbal teas, okay, either cold or hot without sugar. If you must sweeten it, use stevia. But this opportunity to really, really cleanse, okay, and let go what you no longer need. So now we have Leo, okay? All right, Leo, this is all happening. The full moon's happening in your 12th house. You're getting an opportunity to reevaluate, take some time out, and really reevaluate where you're going in life, where you want to go. Start the planning time, okay? And maybe you need to go into meditation, take some time out. Hopefully, the time out is not in jail if we're behaving and we're doing what we should be doing, or in a hospital, because we have been mistreating our bodies in one way or another. But mostly because if we take that opportunity to meditate, take the time out, we can then go into healing. It's a opportunity for healing there, and seeing then, because then we're gonna then say ta-da next month and say, here I am, this is what I've come up with, because we always grow. We're no longer the person we were last year, and so you yourself also. Okay, now because of that too, this is happening in your seventh house. I'm sorry, Mercury retrograde will be happening in your seventh house of partnerships. So of course you're gonna have some kind of air sign, earth sign coming back into your life, and think about it. Is that what you really want? Were you giving, or were you allowing abuse and being taken advantage of? Is there some opportunity of mental growth there that you can allow? And really see, it's going to see, do I really need this person, want this person in my life? Were they something of positive? And I'm not saying because they gave you money or the energy, but were they weighing you down and just all negativity and trying to be an energetic vampire? If we are completely grounded, no one could take the energy from us, because we are the energy of the universe. But if you're one who is still learning about that and still learning how to ground yourself, then you're not in the situation where you can allow others to drain you. Okay, and that's very important, especially in your partnerships, and opportunities of either be a business or any kind of contractual partnership, which means someone you're living with, a marriage partner, a business partner. It could even be you going back to court, okay? Because someone who's taking you to court, that is a partnership, even though it's maybe seems negative, but it is saying we need to clarify what is going on. Okay, and with Uranus direct, this is also going to help you deal with some legalities, okay, the law, also opportunities to really connect spiritually and with the universe, and see how it is that can all this energy benefit you, um, to grow and really take it all in. So some of you might be dealing with some, like I said, legalities and courts and things like that that you didn't anticipate, and others are going to be like, oh wow, no, this opportunity for me to transform. Okay, or you might go on take a week off, 2 weeks off to meditate, be a monk, wander, travel, be the Rolling Stone. Okay, just to come back to oneself. When we have been very open and fair, or selfishly unselfish, then the energy is used for us to grow in a loving way. When we have taken advantage of others and it hasn't been sincere, then we confront that brick wall and it's gonna hit us. So if one hasn't been doing that already, we need to be a little bit more open, okay, Leo, and be more fair. um, Virgo, wow, we got this. Uranus is going direct in your eighth house of transformation, all right, of your joint finances, areas of surgery, opportunities to let go, pay off things. And Virgo, this is also going to happen because of now your goals are changing, all right? And how you connected with people or your friends or certain social groups that this full moon is going to change and let go of, and now give you opportunity to create new ones because that better represent you because of this transformation that you're going through, all right? And it's something you're looking forward to, most definitely. It was needed. It's almost, in conjunct, okay? So you're not feeling as smooth, and you might be kind of feeling impartial to it, but it will be happening. And it's very important to acknowledge that it is also with your health. So putting that all together is acknowledging that, things, changes need to happen in your health, drinking more water, fluids, green teas, white teas, herbal teas. Okay, make sure the water is alkaline, or glacier, or spring water, not purified. That's really bad, or distilled. Okay, um, and really getting the opportunity to cleanse out, detox, get it all out. And that'll really help you see things better too, because when we're less irritated with what's going on, we are more grounded. And you're a practical sign, and you're a very flexible too. So know that taking responsibility and not relying, because one thing Virgos do sometimes do, um, is I know a lot of Virgos that do this, not all Virgos, because I do know some Virgos who do not touch medicine whatsoever, or drugs, but they right away start relying and going, oh yes, I need this medical thing, I need this and this and this. And that, putting all that unnatural substance in the body, especially any antibiotics. If it's really not needed, don't take it, because antibiotics are antibacterial gels and all that. You're killing not just the bad bacteria. Is not bad. There is good bacteria and bad bacteria. You're killing everything. And what the doctors don't tell you is the bad bacteria grows faster in that space than the good bacteria. That's why when people have get surgery done for cancer and chemo and everything, and it recurs, because there's a void. All right, the good bacteria hasn't been able to grow in that space, and the bad bacteria grows back. Okay, because one little tiny bit was still left over, and so you don't want that. So really take control, be responsible for your health, and also towards your goals and which direction you're going, and be part more with nature, and ground yourself and feel it, and you will see yourself blossoming. Okay, all right. Let's continue with Libra. We have this full moon going on in your 10th house of career, authority figures, probably father mother issues, and also, with Uranus going direct in your 7th house of partnerships. Okay, so you are now taking an authority figure, losing authority figure because of certain sudden things that were not anticipated. And you get to step up to the plate and really show what you have learned, okay? And be your own boss, be that supervisor. Do it with a loving, compassion hand, yet a stern and disciplined hand. And also knowing that Mercury retrograde does happen in your fifth house, so which does represent children, entertainment, romance. So how you are now, perhaps someone is leaving in the family that you need to now really take more position, okay, authority position, because there's space that is being there to with your children, or also with pets, okay, big pets. If you have bigger dogs like a Doberman, or your ponies, or panther. Yes, okay. The small pets are in your sixth house, all right. So, but this is opportunity to really show that you can do it, and be the authority figure that those people need you to be, not necessarily what you think you should be. Okay, so take in what you have learned from others as authority figures. See how those people maneuver best. I mean, if they're marble and you're trying to use them, like Adobe, and create certain things with them, and encourage them. Remember, to be a leader is not just yelling things out like a dictator, but to be encouraging. Be also the example. Okay, so let's continue on. Wow, I stopped there. Let's see here. Scorpio. Somewhere along the line, I stopped writing the time. Okay, Scorpio. Uranus direct is happening in your sixth house, with the full moon happening in your ninth house. So we're getting endings. Maybe you're finishing up a college class, okay? You're finishing up a trip, or things going on with long distance or foreign lands, okay? Or you're deciding to go travel and take up a new language or cooking. And here it's also getting that uh, things of it's changing your daily life, okay? You might decide to move for temporary somewhere, okay? And get that opportunity and change who that basis of who you are. Or maybe you're going to go travel to visit a parent or an older person, an authority figure that you love dearly, who nurtured you during your youth, okay? And to really see that and get away a little, and opportunity to rebuild that, okay? And so it's usually going to be an air sign, or a earth sign in this case, because Mercury retrograde does go into Capricorn. That's going to be pushing you and guiding you, either because of their absence or because of their existence in your life. Okay, because a lot of times we think it's only by someone's existence that we learn, but it's also because of their absence that we do learn. Okay, and so let's see here. Let's continue with Sagittarius. So Sagittarius, um, whoops, Sagittarius, this full moon is happening in your eighth house of transformation, okay? So hopefully in your health, okay, everything is going good. You're not needing a surgery. So, but with Saturn there, it can be something physical. So stretch, make sure you're doing yoga, some kind of martial arts, Tai Chi, Qigong, um, where you get to stretch, especially your hips, your thighs, your knees, okay, your loin area, your joints. Without stretching, you can have hernias happen, and that is not positive, okay? And usually, too, hernias, because we say in the healing world, is because there's a separation of some kind of base of who we are that we are not willing or too fearful to let go, okay? And so by letting go and knowing that, and adjusting and being realizing and accepting, we are doing better. So that stretching is very necessary. And take a dance class too. Dancing is also very good. All right, you're having Uranus direct happen in your fifth house of children. So there's things, or bigger animals, entertainment, music, and romance. So there's things are going to move forward in that. Maybe you had some trouble in the past dealing with that, and now you're moving forward. You're like, yes, I can see this happening now. this is representing you more. And so, Saturn, don't take it so negative. It's better to take Saturn as something positive, as showing you where one should slow down, because sometimes as a fire sign, we can jump into quickly, not see the rocks right there in the water, and ooh, we hit our head or bang our toes. So it's giving us an opportunity to slow down, see if what the decisions we're making is really what we want to make, okay? um, and how it's going to benefit us, and not just for survival, but for spiritual soul growth. Okay, it's a very, very good. And people who are going to be coming into our life will be some kind of sibling, helping our communications, aunts, uncles, neighbors, cousins, and being aware too of the technology, okay, to and electronics to allow that communication to happen. All right. So there's that whole opportunity of transformation, and usually, especially if you're in the beginning of beginning decade of I know, sorry, of Sagittarius. Okay, firsthand, you guys are feeling that transformation even more so now, and realizing that certain things you're allowed to let go. Okay, let's continue on here. We have. What do we have? Capricorn. Oh, the time. Yes, 55, 56. Okay. Pin doesn't want to work. There we go. Okay, Capricorn. This is happening in your full moon is happening in your seventh house of partnerships. Okay, so you're reevaluating what it is you need, want, desire in a partner, in a partnership. It's also giving you opportunities to reestablish um, your vows in that. It could be a business partnership, what it is that you're willing to contribute, what it is that you need to balance yourself, okay, and giving that opportunity to communicate with that partner, what's going on. Also too is since Uranus is going direct in your fourth house, it could be something going on at home, that things are changing and giving an opportunity to grow, or certain partnerships are leaving, and really seeing what it is that you need, okay, and also because it is, make sure that all windows and your heaters and your air conditioner vents and things like that are working and sealed and functioning correctly, because it is happening with the air sign and being the home base. All right. Also too is being aware of covering the chest and the back, because direct wind can sometimes affect it, especially if you guys already have phlegm in your system. All right. A lot of people get the flu shot and say, oh, I got sick. Well, that's because also, they already had the flu in there, and it brings out those antibodies. Okay. So another thing going on is with all this is you are having a Mercury go retrograde in your second house of finances. So you're probably going to go back to a job that you had before, or an opportune position. Um, taking a position with some kind of value or moral issue that you felt that helped you, and you're going to see if it really does, or is this something that is time now to let go, or should you hold on to it. Okay, so those opportunities are going to be available for you, especially with Pluto in your sign. You've already had to grudge up all those issues, and gosh, I mean, should I go on a psychiatrist bench and blame it all on my parents? You know, or are you, taking responsibility, saying, okay, it happened. It's unfortunate. They did what they thought was best at the time and might have seemed selfish. Remember, different generations learn differently how to be parents and what was necessary as being a parent. But the most important thing is not to do the blame game, okay? Because you guys could get depressed, and we want to stay happy. So break out of that cave, participate. The cave is good to rest and really, okay? Turn off the lights, meditate, but then get out and participate and be with society. And that will help you also growing and being part more and doing activities with your partners, okay? Let's see, Aquarius. Aquarius, Aquarius, this full moon is happening in your sixth house of health and everyday living and with your pets. So it's time to give up a bad habit that hasn't been assisting you, take on something new. Start at least some stretching, especially with their bones. Okay, you might have had issues with their bones and um, because of Pluto in uh, Capricorn, all right, they rule the bones and the joints so and the root chakra. So make sure you're, taking up some kind of yoga, tai chi, qigong, martial arts for stretching, dancing is even good, okay, for that. But make sure you're stretching if you're doing a rigorous dance that you're stretching before that too. And eating more fruits, vegetables, okay? Stay away from the simple starchy carbs, all your sugars, breads, and pastas, okay? Chips, leave all that alone. You don't need it. And because that creates the belly, and the lipids are really hard to digest and burn that off. So you want to just let that go and be a little bit more protein and don't eliminate starchy carbs because fruits and vegetables are starchy carbs, okay, but they're complex starchy carbs, not simple starchy carbs. And really make that part of yourself, especially since we have Uranus direct going on in your third house. Start taking walks around the neighborhood, communicate more, opportunities to interact more with your cousins, aunts, uncles, siblings, all right. Um, don't need to necessarily drive all the time, okay, or use the phone. If you could go next door and talk to the neighbor, that is better. Get off the lazy tush and stop texting your brother who's in the next room, okay, or downstairs, your sister or your cousin, okay. So really take that opportunity and that'll get your blood moving too. And this is going to give you because Mercury goes retrograde in your first house, so this is going to really give you an opportunity to be a little bit self-important and eliminating certain things, and you're seeing health project more and be part of you. And that's going to be a good thing. That's always a good thing because people approach you differently and see all that positive energy. Because remember, all those processed foods, anything in a can, bag, box, okay, our processed food, it doesn't have as much nutrients that can really give to us as fruits and vegetables and certain proteins. So even proteins that are in boxes or in cans and stuff, stay away. Already made things, no. All right, go ahead and make the sauces and make a whole thing of ribs and cut it up and freeze after you make it, freeze and then just pull it out for different meals once a month. Remember, frozen things that we make last for at least 6 months, okay? And so now let's go to Pisces. Pisces. Pisces, this full moon is happening in your fifth house of children, romance, fun, entertainment, larger pets. Okay, you're letting go, you're really delving into it. Make sure that the alcohol and any kind of medicinal, legal or illegal drugs, okay, or anything that could create a cloud or fog over us and not allowing us to see clear is not being too much taken advantage of because it can then create emotions that are not really now we know logically that we shouldn't indulge in, okay? And so with this Uranus direct, it's happening also in your second house. So seeing that, I it, we want to be able to display our self-worth, and that's very hard for Pisces because Pisces is really good at the blaming game, at being the victim, and this happens to me, and unless you have some kind of cardinal or fixed sign with mixed in with you, perhaps your ascendant or your moon, there's that wishy-washy, not enough backbone. And you need to have it, though there's a lot of creativity within you. Use those that feelings and those motions for positive creativity. Dance, draw, sing, swim, okay? But not in the negativity of whining and complaining and saying, woe is me. Okay, this is opportunity to really, really develop a new set of values and who you are, and really show that with your children, and take some time, because Mercury goes retrograde in your 12th house. And so in your 12th house, taking time to meditate and redevelop yourself, and consider what is really truly going on within yourself. Okay. Well, I just want to let you guys know that thank you for listening to the individual forecasts, and also for the new moon report. And also too is, if you want a really clear take on what is going on, if you know your ascendant sign, and you can look that up with astro.com with your time of birth, okay, your sun sign and your moon sign, listen to all three of those to get a really good combination of what is going on, okay, to better use those energies. Remember, astrology is not it's like a weather forecast. It tells you the weather. You're going to choose if you're going to dance in the rain, wear shorts, use an umbrella, or if there's a wind out there, if you're going to windsurf, you know, or you're going to go jump in the water nude because you want to feel the air against your body and refresh and detox, or not, okay? It is your choice ultimately, but the astrology is pure energy of what is going on and how it affects your energy. It is your positive attitude, your willingness to grow, okay? And we have to grow. That's why we're here. We're growing. You know, we all grow in different spheres of our life. If you're not sure how you're supposed to grow, where your soul growth is, okay, contact me. You know, I do the soul growth and karma issue reports, and that way you can develop and focus on that. And so that way you're not all over the map, all over the place, and use those energies for more to your benefit. Well, please stay tuned. We are then now going to do the cards, oracle and tarot cards, and then the health aspect of this and meditation, okay, of this program. And I appreciate your time always. This is Sirena Nereida with Celestial Soul Wellness. Chasito, please hold. Hi, I'm back. This is Sirena Nereida. And now we're going to resume this program. We're going to talk about the health aspect with the chakras and how to better. Let me get my notes, sorry. Okay, with the time there. Is how to use this energy to better ourselves. Remember, taking active interest in our bodies and our physical is not so that way we live forever. Um, on the contrary, it's the quality of life as we're living, not the quantity or the length of it. And many people misinterpret that. You know, they say, well, you're going to die anyway, so what does it matter? But I don't want to be the person who's walking in a crutch or with crutches or wheelchair, or need someone to change my diapers if I don't need to. So if I'm taking an active interest in my health and what I'm putting into my body now, okay, I don't have to make other people responsible for me later. All right. I don't know that many cultures it's acceptable and it's understood, but if we don't need not be, you know, I mean, I'm very thankful. I got parents in their 70s that are still going. And look at my Hawaiian Quipo Hula coach, Miss Tony. She's in her mid 80s and she's got it going on. So when I grow up, I want to be like that. Okay. So, but that's what we're doing also, because also when we're being aware of our bodies and we're taking active interest in it, then we are allowing our chakras to be open and balanced. And then it allows us to have making ourselves a better funnel circuit to receive source, energy from source in the universe and God, Allah, and great white light, and Lord, creator of all that is. So that is the main goal of taking care of ourselves, so that way we get to live and not have to survive. Okay, so this is the two major chakras. Is going to be your sacral chakra and also your pineal chakra. Okay, your sacral chakra is also known as Svadhisthana chakra. Okay, and so some of the essential herbs that we use for this is musk, sandalwood, jasmine. So if you have your incense or your little dish, with your oils that you burn or putting it on is really good too. Um, it's very nice. Neroli, orange blossom. Love that. Clary sage, very nice for clearing. Coriander, calendula, fennel, gardenia, licorice, carob, cinnamon. No cinnamon or clove on the face. Okay, a lot of people don't know that. They can have adverse reaction. Vanilla, sesame seeds, caraway seeds, rose geranium, melissa, ling ling, tangerine, oak moss, rose, and geranium, vetiver, patchouli, vanilla. Okay, and let's see the oils for the anya. Okay, um, chakra, which is the pineal gland, the brow chakra. Ragnar's playing with the Christmas tree. It's making me laugh. Okay, the essential oils we have is violet, rose, geranium, camphor, sweet pea, heliotrope, lavender, lotus, eyebright, juniper, mugwort, poppy, rosemary, poppy seed, cedar, spruce, pine, clary sage, um, oregano or coriander, thyme, marjoram, and sandalwood. Okay, you can contact me and I do a combination of these essential oils for the different chakras and combination of chakras. Okay, um, foods that really help us at this time. Okay, for these, for the Svadhisthana, which is the sacral chakra, and also the pineal gland, and melons, mangoes, strawberries, passion fruit, oranges, coconut, almonds. Okay, walnuts, bananas, watermelons, pears, carrots, pumpkin, squash, and yams. Excuse me, Ragnar, stop it. Ragnar, meow, meow. Ragnar, meow. Thank you. I speak cat. Thank you. Okay, so let's continue. I know I could have paused it, but it was like, do I pause? Do I continue? Do I pause? And there he goes. He's messing with the. Let me pause this and grab. So the other foods for the Anya chakra to help us open that up. Okay, our pineal gland, besides massaging it here and here, okay, will be blueberries, red grapes, blackberries, raspberries, grape juice, a little bit of wine. Okay, wheat germ, barley, alfalfa, red cabbage, and eggplant. Okay, and then some of the yoga. That is good. Yoga positions is for the Svadhisthana, the sacral chakras, cow face, warrior pose. All right, we do the a tailor pose, the side stretch, the dancer's pose, the child pose, the cobra pose. I have these also too in Sanskrit. The thing is I might not pronounce it correctly or might not be understood correctly, and then you're going, well, which one is it? And then you have to look it up, and if I don't say it correctly, you're going, well, which one? So this way you can look it up in English and then go from there. Pigeon pose, triangle twisting pose, and happy baby pose. And then for the Anya chakra, ta-da, is, let's see here. I am all out of. Sorry, the Christmas tree was such a temptation for little Ragnar that he didn't want to leave it alone. So he guess he wanted to be part of this program again. Okay, so here we go. Read with me, Ragnar. Okay. So with the yoga pose, we did do the sacral chakra. Now let's go to the Anya pose. Okay, Anya chakra. And I do have it right here. And voila, there it is. Okay, so what we have here is the eagle pose, cobra, headstand, child's pose, All right. And the crystals that are good for these two chakras. All right. They are so out of, I have no idea what I did, but I got them all out of sequence, but they are terribly out of sequence. I'm throwing everything off. Okay, so here we go. For this crystals for the sacral chakra, come here, give me your tail. A golden topaz, amber, citrine, carnelian, tiger's eyes, onyx, okay, orange jasper, fire opal, tangerine quartz. Oh, yeah, you're being a good one. Oh. Okay, bronzite, orange kyanite, cinnabar, and goethite. Okay, and then for the Anya chakra is going to be lapis lazuli, amethyst, fluorite, sapphire, tensite, indigo, anything of the blues, iolite, azurite. Okay, angelite, fluorite, sodalite, blue, aventurine, stilobite, sugilite, benedolite, blue tourmaline, moldavite, herkimer diamonds, dambarite, selenite, and pink petalite. Okay, so now we talked about the health. What's very important in remembering that with Cancer, okay, is going to be the actual stomach, not the digestive region. The digestive, the intestines is going to be Virgo. Okay, the actual stomach is higher. It's right underneath the heart. It's on. It's right there on the ribs. Okay, so here at the bottom of the ribs. Okay, it's going to be right in this area. It's on your left side. That's why emotional situations really affect how we, the acids that are being produced, okay, and the alkaline that's being produced to be able to break up the foods in the stomach and also the breast. If we're eating too much gluten, soys, things like that, we are going to create a certain podginess. Well, you need to behave, okay, and realize that acid is going to create heartburn, could create ulcers. Okay, that means also too we need to think about why are we getting upset so easily. We are not expressing, we're allowing ourselves to be in certain situations and not speaking up for ourselves, not learning how to adjust ourselves, but just taking it and being victims, and that is not good, okay, because that then we're hurting ourselves and we hurt everybody else who's around us. If we have children, we're hurting ourselves, and they see us in the hospital, we cannot partake with them. They see us lying around as parents, hurting, and they worry because their safety now, their stability, their survival is at risk. So the better thing is when we take an active part in our health, then we are also doing favors for other people. We don't want people to be with us out of guilt. Oh no, I gotta go be with them. Who knows when they're gonna die, or this and that. It's because they want to be with us because they enjoy our true, authentic self, and the energies that we provide. Okay. Now with the Capricorn, be aware of the knees, okay? The knees and the joints. Much calcium is needed. Okay, so but a lot of people forget that what we need is magnesium to be able to digest that calcium for also that positive acid. Now remember, anytime this anything I say in this my health disclaimer is please see your doctor. Please refer to your doctor. I am not a doctor. I am a health nutritionist, health coach. Okay. This is a good time to detox and cleanse out all the stuff, especially with the holidays. Okay, all that sugar we've probably been taking in, all that unnecessary gluten, and simple starchy carbs. Okay. Also, with the health thing, is a good time to stretch, swim, go in jacuzzis, dance, really stretch that body, okay, and allowing us to breathe. Remember when we do the ha breathing or the mana breathing or the Merkaba breathing, we're really taking in air and we're opening up our body, allowing oxygen to travel through. When we should be taking at least good 10 deep breaths every hour. People don't even take 10 deep breaths a day, okay? But that oxygen is what pushes out those toxins. And by pushing out those toxins, then they don't collect in certain areas of the body, okay? Wonderful. Well, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to switch things around because I have Ragnar in my hands right now. So I'm going to do the sacral and pineal gland meditation right now, and we'll do the tarot cards after, because if I let go, he's going to run around and attack that tree. That heater just turned on, and it's been cold here in California. Look, I even have a vest on, long sleeves here for the video. Okay, so let's put our incense on. And if you want to pause the video at this time to turn on your incense, put little sakis, because you know when we are still immobilizing our body, we get a little bit colder. Okay, so go ahead and get yourself maybe a blanket or a sweater, and lie down, or you can sit, the back straight. All right, let's get both feet on the ground. I'm reminding myself that too. Oh, Ragnar lifts his feet. It's like, yeah, right, I'm a rebel. Cat girl. All over the place. He's white. Okay. And so, no, what are you doing? Silly cat, silly cat. Are you going to play with me? Okay. Let's pause this while you guys get that. Okay, the silly cat. I'm not playing anymore. He puts his hands and likes to play. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a grounding and really opening up our pineal gland and just being connected with the universe, okay? And letting all sorts of thoughts come, enter. I have his cat hairs all over me. Okay. Oh, wow, that's a lot he shedded right now. Okay, so now if you want to put some background music, I can't do it because for copyright reasons. So go ahead and pick your music. And now let's take nice deep breath into our abdominal region. That's what everybody calls their stomach, which isn't. It's their intestines. It's so that whole cavity. So when you're breathing in, let me put this further away. So when you're breathing in, you're breathing into the deeper area, this area, okay? You're breathing in right here, not your chest. You're not going, no. You're breathing in almost as if you're bloated, okay? Or you ate watermelon. So you breathe in for 5. Hold. And exhale through your mouth for 5. Again, you're breathing in through your nose. Hold for 5. Exhale for 5. And as you're breathing in and you're holding, just feel that energy, that oxygen going up your chakras, opening, expanding your shoulders opening up. Feel that energy going all the way up your face, up to your crown chakra, all the way down the back of your head, your shoulders, your back, all the way down to your root chakra, back up to your stomach, and then we breathe out. Okay? So let's do this again. Breathe in through your nose for 5. Hold for 5. And out. For 5. Again, breathe in. and exhale for 5. Inhale again for 5, hold for 5, and remember what's holding. We're seeing that oxygen travel, okay? And then we exhale for 5. Again, breathe in, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. As you're inhaling, imagine that there's this big bright light just above, kind of like 2 stories high, and it's dropping down into you, going through your crown chakra. Imagine a big old funnel right there, top of your head, accepting this wonderful rain of white healing light, letting it just travel all the way. And while it's traveling down your body, all the way down the back of your legs, all the way down into the earth, to Mother Gaia. Give it a nice big hug with your toes. All the way down to the crust of the earth. All the way down to Middle Earth, and then back up through our ground, into our feet, our toes, our ankle, our calves. Just see the light that is expanding and blurring the actual physical awareness of our body with the energy around. To our thighs, our hips, our abdominal region. Breathe deeply into it. The yawning gets the toxins out. Just feel it expanding. All the way up to our chest, down our shoulders, to our fingertips, so we feel it radiating outside of our fingers. All the way up our necks. And out. Keep breathing in that white light over our face, and now it's extending outward from our head, and it's going higher. And it's expanding wider and wider. We are no longer limited to our physical body. Expanding outside of this room, higher than the ceilings. Expanding higher and wider. Wider than the edifice you're in. Wider than the block, the neighborhood. Higher than the skyscrapers, as far high as some of the airplanes fly. Wider than the city. Keep breathing that in. We're engulfing everything. So we're as big as the earth now. And why are you seeing it? You're seeing it in your pineal gland. Keep your tongue up on the top roof of your mouth. I'm seeing it not just up in your head, but like as if it were like arm distance in front of you. Expanding it higher and wider and wider. We're including the moon in us. And Mars, we're traveling even faster, expanding and growing. The asteroid belt, Jupiter, Saturn and its rings. Ah, yes, get out all that toxin. Just feel being one with the universe. Uranus, Neptune, Pluto, Chiron, expand more and more all the way out there. Those different constellations that we see, expand to include them. Just feel all that energy. Feel it all. Welcome it. Call in your light team. Mother Gaia, Father Creator, all that is. All the archangels and my angels. My animal spirit guides. My ancestors' spirit guides. Guide me, teach me to use the benefits of my pineal gland, my connection with the universe, the unconditional love, my intuition, to enhance my creativity, to heal any issues I might have with the sacral chakra, any inhibitions, any occult dealings, any negativity that I might have been brought up with by society, religion, school, media, family, government, military. Release all that. And in that place, still in me all my self-worth just for being a soul. I am worthy. Just because being a soul is being part of the universe. I'm an intricate puzzle piece, a fluttering butterfly wings of this universe. Still in me all the joy and gratitude for living this life, for seeing the people I love, for enjoying the things that I enjoy. At any time, if I focus on the negative, release it and bring me to the positive. For happiness is part of me. I am happiness. I focus on happiness. I focus on peace and love. Just feel all your muscles relaxing around your jaw, your neck, sides of your neck, your shoulders. Ah. Mm. And it is done, and so it is. And mote it be. Amen. Thanks be to Allah. And at this time, bring your consciousness, awareness into your body. Flow back into your crown chakra. All the way down to your root chakra. Wiggle your toes, your fingers. Don't worry about manners right now. We're exhaling all those toxins. Get it out of your system. Oh, that was wonderful, beautiful. When you're ready, open your eyes. And thank you for sharing this meditation with me. It was great. I could feel all that energy. Remember, there's no such thing as time and space. And when we get to enjoy this together, it was just great. You enjoying it with me was very healing on my part and vice versa. So thank you, namaste. Danke, viele danke, grazie, molte grazie. And, so thank you very much. And now let's go to the tarot. Okay, so I chose the Mermaids and Dolphins from Doreen Virtue for the Oracle cards today. And should put the time, 1:36, Oracle cards. 1:36 hour, Oracle cards. Okay. It's funny, I still got hair on me after all that meditation. Hope you guys enjoyed the meditation. Okay. Really coming into one, being part of the universe and opening ourselves up and our worthiness, and our creativity. Okay. And you're welcome to see this video in parts. That's why I put up the chapters. Okay, because it can be over, unless you would like to. Some of the stuff you can have it on in the background while you're cooking, or while you're cleaning, or prepping yourself after having taken a shower. You don't necessarily need to sit and watch me. Okay, I'm not doing tricks or anything. And so it might be a little bit like, okay, goodness, I can only look at this woman for so long. All right, I'm not saying I'm putting down my self-worth. I'm just saying that there's other ways of, listening to this and all that, okay? Oh, no, I would never put down my self-worth in that sense. Okay, put these together and shuffle one more time. Really love these cards. I like to share, these were signed, autographed. Well, the booklet was by Doreen Virtue. And it's really nice because maybe Nereida, La Sirena, so they have a really great connection with these. Okay, so now let's go. We're going to do the past. The past is you're being helped. Okay, heaven is working behind the scenes to help you even if you don't see results yet. Okay, this is for this full moon, okay? This is the present. Stay optimistic, all right? Sometimes people find it hard when there's changes because they think that change is bad. Change is good. It means we got good on what we had, and now we need to grow more and learn more. So your dreams are coming true. Don't quit right before the miracle occurs. Okay, and that's kind of like when you're running a marathon or you're working out. You don't stop 2 minutes before it's over or a block before the marathon ends. Okay, that's when you're going to push harder and continue more because it's worth it, okay? And the future, here we have is helpful person. And someone wants to help you. Think of whom that might be and initiate contact. And I think that a lot could go in with Mercury direct because retrograde, because in this case, it's going to bring back Aquarius or air signs and earth signs into our lives. So because it's, even though it's going retrograde in first degree of Aquarius, it's going to go into Capricorn also, so the earth signs. Okay, the obstacle is alchemy. You have the Midas touch right now, and every project you begin turns to gold. So the thing is we need to start a project, all right? So our environment says, let yourself receive. Allow others to give you loving care. Receive without guilt or apologies, okay? And then we have the suggestion for the obstacle. Alchemy was the obstacle. Okay, you have the Midas touch right now, and every project turns into gold. Well, this suggestion is try different ventures and experiences as a way to grow and learn. So in a way, it's not necessarily saying be unfocused. It's saying use all those different things that you enjoy and put it together for something positive, okay? To be able to be more true to your authentic self. And then the outcome, a new dawn. The worst is now behind you, and positive new experiences are on the horizon. And that is true, because once we have a Mercury goes back direct in February, then in March we have the eclipse. So it's kind of nice. It's like we finish up, you know. Mercury retrograde is going to bring back things that is situations that we thought we had dealt with, but maybe we didn't deal with it clearly, you know, some loose ends, fringes that we need to tie up. And then with this full moon, letting go, and Uranus is now going to give us opportunity to move forward, okay, and use the energies with more focus as opposed to erratic and unexpected. So this new dawn and allowing help for people and putting together the different energies, so that way we can use it, you know, just and use the stability of Saturn being in Sagittarius right now. So this is really nice. I could see how it all relates to it. Okay, so now let's go to the tarot cards. I wonder if I move this, you guys can see this at all. No. Okay. I'm still experimenting with my new laptop, so all right, here we go. Okay, so for the tarot reading, what we're going to do, you know, I just do the 4-card one, okay? And so I'm using the major arcanas only this time. You know, some I'm just feeling that's the best thing to do. Sometimes I use all of them, and sometimes I do the major arcanas with the royalty, the minor arcanas, and sometimes, you know, but I always have the major arcanas included. I never just do the minor arcanas. All right, so let's shuffle these up. So this is going to be a really nice, you know, full moon. A lot of emotions are going high, a lot of love. Don't take things personally. Take it with a grain of salt. Know that everybody's got things going on. If you're a water sign, be open. Let it roll off your back. You're always thinking things are all about you, and you're so insecure. That's why you're like, oh, well, they did this, that. You know, no, it's not you. Stop thinking it's all about you. Okay, it's not. Okay. People have things going on. True, people should be more. I know sometimes when I'm in my masculine energy, I'm less inviting, and I can be a little bit more dictate the situation. Yeah, but it's done with love. And I forget sometimes all the lovely Venetian manners, Libran, Tauran manners, you know, and certain people can be very sensitive, you know, especially those Pisceans and Cancers and Scorpios about it, and they get all hurt. And when it's not, it's just because I'm focused, you know. So let's do a couple more. Let's separate. And a couple more. Oops. what is she saying? Ah, because I'm shuffling. Okay. So this is the situation. We have the devil upside down. Yay, okay. Meaning when we have it upside down, it's going to take more time. So we are enslaving ourselves. And what's really neat is the devil is combining both the masculine and feminine energy. Here, the shadow side of both, and realizing that those are certain things we need to let go of and focus more on the sunny side. Okay, stop being the blaming. So right now, what we shouldn't do is the wheel of fortune of just letting go and be chaotic and just going, okay, I don't care. Be aware of what's going on within our feminine and masculine energy. And what we should do is take some time and really look into ourselves and be the sunny side of those energies. Really nice, the hermit there. And because the hermit, when it takes time, it heals itself, it becomes a light because it's a knowledgeable one. All right, a lot of shamans, they take time away from the tribe, away from their group, their neighborhood, to really come into themselves. And it's very necessary when we do that because then we can see better what is going on once we come back into the group. And the outcome is the emperor. So that's really nice, turning those negative energies and being more concise with it and not just going, oh, okay, whatever, yeah, so what, this is how I am. Hey, there's certain times I know, like I've been trying to omit certain phrases such as from my vocabulary but not the whole phrase. Using a proper sentence is a good thing, but just as a filler, exasperation or stuff like that is not one that I'm choosing right now. I cannot complain about it if I'm not going to do something about it. Okay, one has to take total parts of it and not just allow things to happen to us. And in this case, that's what the Wheel of Fortune allows, is saying. It's just seeing how things happen to us. No, by being the hermit, is we are actually taking control because we're meditating and we're using that energy and the laws of the universe to focus and understand the laws of karma, laws of relativity, laws of cause and effect, and how all that is, okay? And then we ourselves can then dominate ourselves and rule ourselves, not just be king or queen of ourselves, but emperor of our area and everything we provide there. Excuse me. Anyway, it's weird. Okay, so the nice thing with the emperor is it rules with knowledge and connection. And if you see here, he has his hand open. He's receiving, okay, and giving. And here we have, the cross. It's like the Celtic cross with the circle, the divine connection up on top of it, okay, and the rams there of understanding the power of we have, but it's over ourselves mostly, okay? But we have to be able to receive and ground ourselves constantly. And that is a good thing. This represents completely what is going on in the stars and the luminaries in this full moon. Wow. Well, anyway, thank you for watching. I just would like to add that I teach the healing classes and astrology classes. You could join us if you are long distance by Skype or in person. Okay, I teach a level 1-2 energy class and then a master energy class, and you do get attunements in those classes and practicing. A lot of it is theory, and then we do practice with one another. And I provide others and ask for volunteers to come. So also be aware of Facebook. I'll usually put it up there. And if you want to join our healing classes or learn the astrology, also contact me if you would like your own personal astrological reading. I do several one. I do the solar return for your birthday. And then with that, I'll do like 6-month forecasts and the eclipse reading, because it's really neat to really get a good idea of everything that's going on. Excuse me. I do another astrology reading of love, lust, and romance. How we love and how we show love could be two different things. How we want to be loved. What is it that we're attracted to? What is it that we desire? Very few people have it all in the same category. Excuse me. There goes the throat chakra. Let me hydrate it a little bit more. Okay, and then I also do soul purpose and career. Let's see here. Uh, Harmony and tension between partners, also between parents and children, boss and employee, roommates. So if you're encountering a new partner in some sort or another, come see me so that way we can see how the energies flow. Remember, everybody gets along. Everybody, there's harmony and there's tension. It's knowing how to use it and can that harmony be more positive for you or not, and how is that those person's issues bearable for you, or not necessarily just bearable, but can you grow from those issues too, and be of use, be a contributing member to that partnership in one way or another. So let's see, what else do I offer? Oh, I do essential oils. Okay. So for the face, and I do for the hands, and for the different moons and cycling. So please be alert. This time we didn't do the solstice drumming, but we do the eclipse, solar and lunar eclipse drumming sessions, and sometimes full moon and new moon drumming. Okay, so well, this is La Sirena Nereida with Celestial Soul Wellness, and we got if you're in the Inland Empire in California or anywhere around, we have several of us. We're all related in one way or another through one of my many branches of families, and so there's more than just myself, and I also have my students who do charge less because they're still in the apprenticeship program. And so let's see, what else can I offer? Oh, we're also available Quipo Hula, my Hawaiian hula troupe that I'm a part of. No, it's not mine that I coach, I'm a part of it. Okay. If only I could coach one day, that'd be neat. That'd be, whoo, such a privilege, okay, but not yet. And so we are available for hire for parties, all types of parties, events, barbecues, weddings. So go ahead, entertainment. We have ages from 4 all the way to 84. Uh, so slow music, fast music, all types, okay? So go ahead, give us a call. See me on Facebook under Sirena's Wellbeing and La Sirena Nereida. And my email address is Sirenas, with an S, Celestial Soul Wellness. That's all one word, at gmail.com. We are in progress of attempting to update my website. Okay. Oh, and I'm also always available as a minister to wed people. I don't divorce them, I wed them. And for baptisms. Okay, so it is always my pleasure to be invited to be able to participate in that. And it's very kind and generous when people think of me. So go ahead and give me a holler. Text me, call me, email me, okay, Skype me. It's Sirena Nereida or Nereida Sirena. I'm trying to think right now which one is it. And it's Nereida Sirena. Okay, and so I'm available for all that. And thank you for watching. Have a wonderful, wonderful, happy holidays. Merry Christmas. Was it, Happy Hanukkah, and all the different ones. Happy, winter solstice, and everything else that I am unfortunately forgetting, but not intentionally to be rude. Oh, and may you have a very, very happy new year, and may it be abundant with all your gratitudes and health and unconditional love and connection with Source and the universe and our creator of all that is. Thank you for having me. Thank you for watching and sharing me. Please, if you like, please press on YouTube, like, Share it. If you have comments, please go ahead. If there's any constructive criticism, I appreciate that too. If you put a thumbs down, offer constructive criticism. Otherwise, we have nothing nice to say. Okay? If you want to put thumbs up also. And if you want to tell me especially why, hey, that's awesome too. So share me on Facebook, Twitter, okay, on blog and Google, on anything. I appreciate that. Again, namaste. Thank you. Chasito.